Dreaming of garden beds overflowing with crisp cucumbers? Tired of thin, yellowing vines and meagre harvests? But don't despair. Growing cucumbers by the bucket load, even outdoors, is totally achievable, and you don't need to be a gardening guru to do it. Today, I'll share 5 not-so-obvious secrets that will turn your garden bed into a true cucumber paradise. Get ready to uncover what many gardeners keep to themselves. Chances are, you've tried growing cucumbers at least once. It seems simple enough. Sow the seeds, water, and wait. But often, it doesn't turn out quite as you hoped. Cucumbers love warmth, moisture, and nutritious soil. That's the basic stuff everyone knows. But why do some gardeners end up with harvests overflowing with abundance, while others only get a couple of sad-looking fruits per season? It's all in the details. And those are the details we're going to dive into right now. Let's start with the most fundamental secret. It's the soil. Seems obvious, right? Everyone knows cucumbers need fertile ground. But it's not just about how many nutrients are in it. Far more crucial are its structure and who calls it home. Think of soil as a living organism, a complex ecosystem. Cucumber roots don't just need a nutrient soup from fertilizers. They need air. The soil needs to be loose, like a sponge. In dense, compacted earth, roots suffocate, they struggle to penetrate, they can't develop fully, and strong roots are the foundation for a future harvest. But who makes the soil this way? Its invisible inhabitants, billions of bacteria, beneficial fungi, and of course, earthworms. They don't just live there, they work for you. They break down organic matter. They make minerals available to plants. Worms loosen the earth by digging their tunnels. These channels are like superhighways for air and water. How do you create this perfect soil for cucumbers? The main key: organic matter. Add compost, well-rotted manure, even just mown grass or fallen leaves in the autumn. This is food for the soil microorganisms. They'll eat the organic matter and turn it into easily absorbable nutrients. Try to avoid deep digging, especially every fall, so you don't destroy the structure or disturb the beneficial inhabitants. Surface loosening is better. And don't forget to mulch your beds. Mulch protects the soil from drying out, temperature fluctuations, and serves as extra food for worms and microbes. Healthy, living soil isn't just a garden bed. It's the foundation that will give your cucumbers the strength for vigorous growth and abundant fruiting. Don't just feed the plant, feed the soil beneath it. Okay, let's move on to the second, equally important secret: proper watering. You might think, what's the big deal? Just pour water on them. But watering is where many common mistakes are made. Cucumbers are thirsty plants, but they don't just need wet soil. They need moisture where their main roots are, which is deeper down. Shallow watering, where only the top layer gets wet, encourages roots to stay near the surface. This makes the plant vulnerable to drying out and temperature fluctuations. You need to water deeply so the water reaches 20-30 centimeters down. The timing of watering is also crucial. The best time is early morning or late evening. Watering in the hot midday sun can scorch the leaves if water droplets catch the sun, and it can shock the roots due to the temperature difference. Also, never water cucumbers with very cold water straight from the tap or well. Let the water warm up a bit in the sun, for example, in a barrel. Ice-cold water stresses the plants, slows down growth, and can lead to root rot. Lack of moisture, especially during flowering and fruiting, causes blossoms and young fruit to drop and results in bitter cucumbers. But overwatering is also harmful. It washes away nutrients and creates conditions for fungal diseases to develop. The ideal watering is about balance. The soil should be evenly moist, but not waterlogged. Consistency is your best friend. It's better to water less often but deeply than frequently and a little bit at a time. Remember, roots love deep moisture, but leaves prefer to stay dry. Try not to get water on the leaves when watering. This is a golden rule. Okay, we've covered preparing the soil and ensuring proper watering. Now let's talk about the third crucial factor: feeding. Cucumbers are fast growers and need a lot of nutrients to produce fruit. They don't just need occasional feeding. They need a balanced nutritional plan tailored to their different growth stages. In the early stages, as the plants focus on developing their leaves and root system, they require plenty of nitrogen. Think of nitrogen as the building blocks for healthy foliage and strong stems. Excellent sources include diluted liquid manure from cows or chickens, or mineral fertilizers specifically formulated for vegetative growth, high in nitrogen. Once flowering starts and fruit production begins, the plant's nutritional needs shift. They now need more phosphorus and potassium. Phosphorus is essential for root development and getting those blossoms going, while potassium is key for fruit set, flavour, and disease resistance. Good options here are wood ash, a great natural source of potassium and trace elements, potassium nitrate, or balanced complex fertilizers designed for fruiting vegetables like cucumbers. However, it's crucial not to overdo it. Too much fertilizer, particularly nitrogen, can cause plants to focus solely on leaf growth at the expense of fruit, what we call going to leaf. Balance and timing are everything. Don't overlook the importance of trace elements either. Magnesium, boron, and zinc are needed in tiny amounts, but a deficiency can significantly reduce your harvest. For instance, a lack of boron is a common cause of blossom drop. You can use dedicated trace element mixers, or even simple remedies like a very weak solution of boric acid sprayed on the leaves, foliar spray. Remember, proper feeding isn't just a one-off task. It's about providing consistent support for your plants throughout the entire growing season. The fourth secret to successful cucumber growing is support and training. Cucumbers are natural climbers. In the wild, they use tendrils to latch on and grow upwards. Letting the vine sprawl on the ground isn't the best approach. First, it takes up a lot of space in your garden bed. Second, stems and fruits resting directly on damp soil are much more susceptible to rot and slugs. Third, it makes it harder for the plants to get adequate light and air circulation, which negatively impacts their development and yield. Growing cucumbers on a trellis or netting isn't just for aesthetics. It's incredibly practical and efficient. Lifting the vines off the ground improves air circulation, significantly reducing the risk of fungal diseases. The leaves get more sunlight, boosting photosynthesis. The fruits hang freely without touching the soil, meaning they stay cleaner and are less prone to pest damage. Harvesting is also much easier and faster when the cucumbers are growing vertically. You can easily spot all the ripe ones. There are various methods for supporting and training cucumber plants. You can tie up the main stem and guide it upwards. Lateral shoots at the lower nodes are often pinched off to encourage the plant to focus its energy on vertical growth. Higher up, you might leave 1 or 2 cucumbers per shoot and then pinch the shoot just above them. The key is to prevent the plant from becoming too dense. Remove any old, yellowing leaves, especially lower down. This further improves air circulation and helps prevent diseases. How you train your plant can also depend on the variety. Some are more vigorous climbers, while others are bushier. However, even bush varieties benefit from some support. By lifting your cucumbers off the ground, you're not only saving space, but also significantly boosting their health and overall productivity. And finally, the fifth crucial secret: smart protection. Cucumbers are susceptible to pests and diseases. Common culprits include spider mites, aphids, powdery mildew, and downy mildew. The list is extensive. Too often, gardeners reach for chemicals when the problem has already spiraled out of control. But it's far more effective and safer to act proactively. The first step towards healthy plants is prevention. Selecting disease-resistant varieties is key. Always read the description on the seed packet. Crop rotation is also important. Don't plant cucumbers in the same spot year after year, as this depletes the soil and allows disease pathogens to build up. Removing plant debris in the fall helps eliminate overwintering pests and fungal spores. But what if problems do arise? Don't be quick to reach for chemicals. Often, in the initial stages, natural remedies and biological controls can help. For instance, a garlic or onion peel infusion works against aphids. A baking soda or whey solution can combat powdery mildew. For spider mites, an infusion of dandelions or chamomile can be effective. Beneficial insects like ladybugs that feast on aphids can also be helpful. Attracting them to your garden can be part of your defense strategy. Regularly inspecting your plants will help you spot issues at the very first sign. The sooner you start addressing the problem, the easier it will be to manage. Remember, healthy plants with strong immunity, well fed and watered, are far less susceptible to attacks. In fact, all our previous secrets contribute to this fifth point as well. Smart protection isn't just about spraying, it's a comprehensive approach to the health of your garden. But which of these secrets is the single most important? Or perhaps their power lies in their combination. And this is the crucial point we've been leading up to. The most surprising revelation is that maximum yields aren't achieved through individual efforts, but through the synergy of the first three secrets: perfect soil, careful watering, and timely correct feeding during the early stages. Laying a strong foundation right at the start of the growing season is what guarantees the plant can support a huge number of fruits later on. If you miss this crucial early stage, it's much harder to catch up later, even if you water and feed perfectly. Essentially, you're not just feeding the plant, but also the soil, which in turn feeds the plant. It's a cycle of abundance that you need to kickstart properly. So there you have it, all 5 secrets. Put them into practice, and you'll see a dramatic difference in your yield. Thanks for watching till the end. If you liked this video and want more helpful tips, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Which of these secrets surprised you the most? Or do you have your own tried and true method for getting a ton of cucumbers? Let me know in the comments below.